So the agreement of the past participle in the passé composé, you remember we said there are two auxiliary verbs. The first one is êTRE, and when we use the auxiliary verb êTRE, the past participle agrees with the subject. Such as in this example, elle est partie. I have an E at the end of my past participle because the subject is elle. When we use the auxiliary verb avoir, the past participle does not agree with the subject. Nous avons mangé. Nous is a plural, but there is no S at the end of manger. Now, this is true most of the time, but not always. Sometimes, the rule is slightly different. As we say in French, c'est l'exception qui confirme la règle. There are a case where we have an agreement when we use avoir as an auxiliary verb. If the direct object is before the verb, the past participle agrees with the direct object. So I'll show you some examples to make this clear. If I say j'ai acheté des livres, des livres is the direct object of the verb acheter. What did I buy? Books. Now if I turn the sentence using a relative pronoun, and if I say les livres que j'ai achetés, you can see that les livres, which is the direct object of the verb, is now before the verb in the sentence. And as you can see, acheter has an S because it agrees with les livres, which is masculine plural. A second example, j'ai ouvert la porte. The direct object is la porte. The verb, the past participle, is ouvert. Now, if I want to use the direct object pronoun, instead of saying la porte, and I say je l'ai ouverte, the L apostrophe is the direct object pronoun that stands for la porte. Therefore, la porte is before my verb, and therefore, ouverte, the past participle, agrees with la porte, which is feminine singular, which explains why I have an E. Now, with êTRE, there are cases where I don't have an agreement. And the first one is if you use the verbs that are constructed with the preposition a. For example, ils se sont parlé. You can see here that despite the fact that my subject is plural, there's no S at parler. Because the expression is parler à quelqu'un. Same thing with ils se sont téléphonés. Téléphoner à quelqu'un, therefore the past participle did not agree with the subject here. There's also a case where the direct object following the verb is a part of the body. So I'll give you two examples to understand that. Elle s'est lavé les mains. You can see that laver did not agree with elle. We don't have an E at the end of the past participle because what did she wash? Her hands, a part of her body. Now if I just said elle s'est lavée, she washed herself, then I have the agreement because it is not followed by a direct object. And also, there is no agreement with the verb faire, used in the passé composé. So examples, elle s'est fait mal. You can see that fait doesn't take an E despite the fact that the subject is elle, which is feminine. Elles se sont fait mal, same thing. The past participle doesn't change despite the fact that the subject is feminine plural. So anytime you use faire in the passé composé, you don't have an agreement. Nous nous sommes fait soigner, same thing.